In school news this week, we had a chance to talk with Coakley Middle School teacher Rachel Siegel. Rachel was the Masons 2019 Teacher of the Year and teaches 6th grade English for the Blue Team. Let's see how she has adapted to remote learning.
So we have been trying to help the 6th graders plan out their time a little more and set up more of a routine at home, since so much of the work does end up being independent. So on Monday and Tuesday, they always have an assignment in what's called Common Lit, which is a website where they read different types of texts and answer some questions and practice their short answer writing skills. And then every Wednesday, they do what's called Freckle, which is an online program that helps them practice all different skills, but we focus on vocabulary. Thursdays is Grammar Day, so we use a website called No Red Ink where they practice their grammar. And then Friday, they end the week just in Google Classroom responding to a journal assignment, so they practice more of their open-ended creative writing skills.
Rachel was able to transition into remote learning because technology was already a part of her curriculum.
So there was a good amount of new technology that I had to learn. The students all had their own Chromebook, so that part was good, and they already knew how to use Google Classroom, as did I. They were also familiar with a homework link, so they go to that every day to check the work. So a lot of it was already in place. Some of the new websites we hadn't learned yet, and the students had never used some of them either. So I had to learn how to use them and how to set up assignments, and the students had to learn how to log in with a class code. So a good amount of this has been helping the students as well as myself troubleshoot just a lot of basic problems like logging in with Google or how to set up the class code properly. So a good portion has been more technology support as opposed to more content support.
One of the great traditions at CMS is participating in the Jimmy Fund Scooper Bowl. This year was different, and it turned into a great way for CMS to stay connected.
So in an effort to try to keep the students more engaged, not just academically, but through some of the other things that we do at school, we started with the Jimmy Fund, a virtual Scooper Bowl, where students and families would take pictures of themselves eating ice cream at home, and then I would post it on the Twitter page. And then the Jimmy Fund actually was choosing different photos that people posted as winners of their contest. So there were 2 students from the Coakley Middle School that won free home delivery of ice cream and also tickets to the actual Scooper Bowl whenever that takes place. So that was a nice way to do something that we do normally during a regular school year, but in more of a virtual way. So we were staying connected and doing something for a good cause, while we're outside of school.
It has not been easy for educators to teach when they are not in a classroom and not in front of their students. Rachel reflects on this difficult time.
Some of the things that I miss definitely would be being at school with the students in front of me. I always realize what a difference it makes being with the students as opposed to, when they're at home doing their homework, but helping them in person is just so different than trying to help them online. Trying to motivate them in a time that is very easy to not be motivated has been a challenge. So trying to stay connected to them and reach out to them has been tough. So just being in school is something that I really miss, and just, seeing their faces every day, although we do the Google Meets, but actually physically seeing them and just chatting about everyday things is something that I miss. And I miss that about my colleagues too. You realize how much you appreciate your colleagues, but then being away from them, you don't realize how much you actually talk to them every day about everything. So that's been something, huge that I miss too. It's just not the same connecting virtually, even though I'm grateful that I at least have that.
Thank you to all the teachers in Norwood. You guys are still connecting with your students and making a difference in their lives.